What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Boundless Perception YouTube channel. And today we are back with an episode. It's going to revisit an item that we have used in our past episode. If you guys saw this episode where I 3D printed this Thresh lantern from League of Legends and made it glow, that was a whole episode on how I did that. It was my first time ever doing it. This turned out great. I'm very happy with it, as I still have it. But today we are going a bit further and we are going to be coloring this. I really, was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and I'm not really fully ready or like have the time yet to just jump into airbrushing, and I didn't really want to just go out and buy a whole bunch of spray paint. So instead, I was looking around on the internet and I found another idea, and that was to use these right here. What are they, you ask? Well, let's just go ahead and open it and see. And they are paint markers with an extra fine point, acrylic paint markers. So I read that paint markers will in fact work for 3D prints. I printed this in white, so it'd be easier to paint. So today we're gonna go ahead and paint this, see how it looks, see if it's an option for your 3D printed items, and yeah, see if it's worth investing in. So come along with me, let's check it out, let's get this painted. Here we go. So as always, I will include a link for these guys. They give you instructions right here on the back. Shake repeatedly with the cap on, press the tip down several times until paint flows, and cap pin tightly after use. So let's go ahead and open it up. I'm only gonna be using a few colors today, actually probably only two. As you can see, it comes in this nice, I don't know, circular packaging. How many did we get? 16 of these. I think that's what it was, 16? Yes, yeah, I said on the side too, haha, 16. So we are actually going to be using the black, if I can get it out, and the dark green, I guess. Yeah, I think I wanna go with dark green instead of light green for Thresh's lantern. His lantern is all dark with, green on the inside. So we're gonna go ahead and color this and see how it goes. So come along with this time lapse. All right, so I just finished coloring one side. Hopefully you guys can see that. It colors very, very nicely. Just literally in the 10 minutes or so it took me to color this side, I learned a few things. So you press the pin down, the tip of the pin will retract. It lets ink out and then you kind of smear it around. So it's not like a marker where the marker comes out with each stroke. It's kind of like you press it down, the ink comes out, and then you smear the ink. So we're gonna go ahead and finish coloring the rest of these sides. I don't know how long it's gonna take me, probably about 30 minutes or so. And that's already one thing I've learned, that this is really fine for small things. You do not want to try to color, a massive, fishbone rocket, Jinx's rocket. So yeah, definitely use this for maybe small touch-ups, or even if you do have the time and you want to color an entire large print, go ahead, whatever suits your fancy. But for me, yeah, this would not work for something really large. But we're gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of this, color the rest in, and then we are going to do a review after that. One other thing I've learned is that also the paint does not smell. There's no smell, so it's really nice. You can use it indoors, as you guys can see. And it dries relatively fast. Depending on how much you just release in a little point and then smear, but it dries, within 5 minutes or so. So I am liking these so far, but let's go ahead and finish it up, switch to another color, and we'll be back. All right, guys, so I just finished painting these with my paint markers, as you can see here. Thresh's lantern, boom, it's all done. Light it up for you guys. It looks freaking amazing. I'm really shocked at how good these markers are. It did take a while, specifically to cover this whole lantern took me, let's see, 1 hour and 21 minutes, 46 seconds. So that's a lot of time to just, paint this, because I had to be kind of careful, had to wait for the paint to dry in a few areas, then I could touch it, because as you can see, I've got paint on my fingers, but no worries. As I said, there is no smell, and it washes right off. They do tell you not to ingest it though, so if any of you guys were thinking about eating these, refrain from that. Yeah, don't do that. So, but yeah, as you can see, like the lock came out really well, the green, the black. A few things, if you guys do, purchase these, one thing I loved, absolutely just can't stress enough about this. I was really worried that the black that I was using was going to interfere with the green. What I mean was like the colors, you're gonna blend together, you kind of get that murky green look. That does not happen. Once the black dried, I was completely able to erase it with the green. I mean, it went right over it just like you're painting a wall. That was just, absolutely amazing for me. I would advise to paint this before you assemble it. I had never intended on painting this, but then I read online, I was like, why not? So I painted it, but it was already assembled. So I highly advise that you assemble it after you paint it. That's about it though, really, for this. Again, I love it. This is for sale in my Etsy store, so if you guys wanna get one and do one yourself, feel free. Also, as an added bonus, my girlfriend came in here and she saw me doing this. She was like, oh, that looks kind of fun. And she ended up painting the earrings from Demon Slayer. So they're really small, but you guys can see them here. I also offer these in my Etsy store, but she painted them. They came out really, really nicely as well. I will show you guys a before and after for these earrings and for Threshes lantern, here and here. So before, after, whichever side this comes on, they will be up here. But that's going to be it for today. Again, I highly recommend these. Definitely check out my Etsy store if you guys are interested in this. And thank you so much for watching. As always, stay boundless. See you guys. Bye-bye.